Hey everybody, it's Joe from Greenlight Sound and greenlightsound.com here with a video comparing two delay plugins. The relatively new Valhalla Delay from Valhalla DSP, known for a bunch of very cool reverb plugins like Valhalla Room and Plate and Shimmer and Vintage Verb. I mean, it's just really cool reverb, algorithmic reverb plugins. But the new delay here versus an old standard, the EchoBoy from Soundtoys. And the reason I'm comparing this specific delay, EchoBoy, to Valhalla Delay and not one of the many other delays out there is because EchoBoy has really been a go-to delay and effect plugin for many engineers and musicians for years. And with the recent release of the Valhalla Delay, I wanted to compare the two and see how they kind of stack up against one another. The main difference between the two of these, first off, is the look of them. Valhalla Delay is a very clean, modern look, modern interface. Not as many controls, not a ton of drop-down menus, just a few little selections down here, and all the controls laid out nicely right in front of you. Versus EchoBoy, doesn't look like it has as many knobs, but if you open up the tweak menu or the style edit menu, you can really get in depth and has a lot more control in that respect. The other thing that's really different about the two is the type of delay you can achieve with each one. EchoBoy has some rhythmic things that you can't do with Valhalla, and Valhalla has some pitch things that you can't do with EchoBoy. In terms of basic functionality, they both can handle basic echo tasks equally well. I mean, if you just want typical vocal delay, either one will work just fine. But when you get into some really advanced tweaking, that's when these things can sort of shine. So rhythmically in EchoBoy, what you have is three things really. You've got the rhythmic echo mode, and this rhythm echo mode is unique in that you can have these taps here where you can customize the shape of each echo up to 16 taps, up to 8 beats long of delay. You can kind of shape the taps here. You can increase or decrease the number of repeats. I mean, it's just crazy that's sort of customized rhythms you can create with this mode. But even in single echo mode, you have the groove knob here for shuffle versus swing, rushing and dragging the feel so you can have it feel like it's behind or ahead of the beat. And down here in the tweak, this accent knob, if you turn it clockwise, emphasizes the odd repeats and counterclockwise, the even repeats. So if you have a really rhythmic material or something that's really transient heavy, you can almost create your own new either syncopated or on the beat rhythms with this accent knob. So these rhythmic elements make EchoBoy sort of unique. It's the only plugin that I know of that has that specific sort of quartet of things, the groove, the feel, the rhythm echo, and the accent. On the other hand, Valhalla has in its modes down here, ghost, pitch, and rev or reverse pitch mode, which can completely have the pitch change on the echoed things, which EchoBoy doesn't really do. So EchoBoy, a lot more rhythmic tweaking, Valhalla, a lot more pitch tweaking. We'll hear those in action in a little bit. The first mode you have here in Valhalla, this tape mode, is based on an old Roland Space Echo RE201. If you wanted to match that in EchoBoy, in the style menu here, there's a ton of different emulated delay units, and Space Echo is one of them, so you can match the two. So first of all, they're both set at eighth note delays, mixed at 100% because it's on a send. No real EQ going on with the filters over here. Okay, so the first one I'm going to hear here is Valhalla Delay. This is sort of its default setting in tape mode.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. In jet black.
Now on to EchoBoy.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. In jet black.
Can increase the width here to get some more separation.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
So right here, this width and LR offset in EchoBoy is kind of like the spread over here. We can create some more stereo width, even in single echo mode. So now what I'd like to do is get rid of the dry vocal altogether and have this delay just soloed up. I'll bring the volume up a bit too, so you can hear what it sounds like by itself. So back to Valhalla Delay. Here it is.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
The era mode here basically controls the tone. Past is a little bit darker, present and future, a little bit different tape models that sound a little bit different frequency response with these as well. You have diffusion if you want to make it sort of a reverby sound. Diffusion is down here on EchoBoy, so you can see I'll do it on EchoBoy.
Sometimes I'm everything, so I'll never be.
By having that diffusion, you can really increase the size or the spatial perception. It kind of feels like you're in a big space with reverb. I'll do the same thing in Valhalla.
Sometimes
So this is one of the effects in Valhalla that can be a lot more extreme than in EchoBoy. I mean, you can get a lot of big echo sound out of this one by controlling the amount and size in the diffusion here. So the next thing I want to do is go to a different mode here. If I go down to the HiFi mode, that's sort of a more, it's another tape model, but it's a cleaner sound. You get more control over the mod, rate, and depth over here. There's no tape splice artifacts in the age here in this one. So a similar style in EchoBoy would be master tape or studio tape right at the top. So let's compare the sounds here. I'll start with Valhalla. This is the HiFi mode.
sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
And EchoBoy.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. And jet black silence is all that's left of me. And sometimes I accept the fact as far as I could see 100 lousy love songs.
So taking this mode, I'm going to mess with this feel. You can hear what it does to
Sometimes I'm
sound.
everything I swore I'd never be.
Kind of falling behind or ahead a little bit.
Silence is all that's left of me. And sometimes I accept the fact as far.
A lot of rhythmic manipulation you can have with that knob right there. And again in Valhalla. Oops.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
Bring the feedback down a little bit.
Jet black silence is all that's left of me.
Here's the drive.
Sometimes I accept the fact.
Yeah, sometimes the actual sound will cut out here in Valhalla. I'm in the demo mode here, so every 45 seconds it does drop the sound. I haven't decided whether I want this one yet compared to all the other Echo plugins I have. I'm going to mess with some modulation here too.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. And jet black silence is all that's left of me. And
Yeah, some unique pitch effects there. Cool. All right, so BBD. For this mode, I'm actually going to get out of this vocal and move to a guitar part because Bucket Brigade delays work really well on guitar parts. So here is arpeggio guitar. Here's my delay. Valhalla and EchoBoy. All right, so if you want to make a BBD delay in EchoBoy, you'd go to this DM2 setting, and that's the style. It's a Bucket Brigade style delay. So the first one we're going to hear on this one is EchoBoy. And here's Valhalla. Very similar sound here. If I just solo up the delay by itself. There's Valhalla, and here's EchoBoy. Yeah, Valhalla actually sounds a little bit richer and fuller in that setting, but you could always mess with the EQ here and change the sort of the feel in EchoBoy as well, but they're both dark and dirty delays. Now, if I change the era rather to future in this BBD mode, here's what it sounds like in Valhalla. So you can definitely hear that little increase in fidelity, a little bit of more high end and mid range in there. So once you get past that mode here, digital, oops, not Ghost, digital is based upon the 1980s delay units, much like analog delay style is here for EchoBoy. So if I go to analog delay, you're going to get a similar sound. So let's hear Valhalla first in its digital mode. You can hear it's brighter already. And here is EchoBoy. And one thing, Valhalla seems to have a little bit hotter output than EchoBoy, so you just push this output up a little bit, and that's going to match volume level for those. All right, so the next thing I want to do is take a look at the 3 settings in Valhalla that have no equivalent in EchoBoy, what makes this particular plugin unique. And the first one we have is a pitched delay. It's the pitch mode. So if I go on to, make sure I have this one disengaged, good. Going to Valhalla here, here is pitch mode. So you can do this pitch shifting echo here. Take a listen.
Sometimes I'm everything.
It's really going up higher.
Sometimes I'm everything. I swore.
They're just crazy sounding effects here. So the next one to look at is ghost mode here. And ghost mode combines an analog style delay with frequency shifting, where you can control the overall frequency shift and offset the frequency shift between the right and left channels with this detune knob. And the error setting in this one switches between different types of diffusion and the frequency response in there. EchoBoy does have a diffusion in it as well, but let's take a look at this ghost mode.
Sometimes I'm everything.
Just crazy.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. And jet black. Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
So right here, you can create some delays. Wow, it's going on forever. Let me pull back that feedback. You can create some delays that you just can't do in EchoBoy. It can't be done. It's just totally different than pretty much any other delay I've tried. Not that there aren't others out there that can't detune like this, but it's a pretty cool effect for sure. Another thing you can do in here, if you go to reverse pitch, you can get these reversed echoes after.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. And jet black silence is all that's left of me.
Ratio mode is pretty unique too, because the right channel's delay time is set as a ratio of the left channel's delay. And they say if you set it at 61.8% and you turn up feedback, you get sort of a reverb sound. Let's try that.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
Feedback can get totally out of control with this pitch shifting. Let's go to no pitch shift here.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore. Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be. And jet black silence is all that's left of me.
You can get some self-oscillation where it gets out of control when you get past 100%.
Sometimes I'm everything I swore I'd never be.
And it builds up like crazy. So you have to be careful about that. It can get out of control. A lot of unique stuff within these 7 modes. Remember, the first 4 you can kind of do in EchoBoy, the last 3 you can't. Now the next thing I want to do is just take a quick look, let me make sure this one's off, at EchoBoy in its rhythm echo mode. So again, this is unique because you can have these separate taps set up. Here's what it sounds like.
Sometimes I'm
I'll get rid of that dry vocal, just the echoes. Let's go down to less repeats. Change that shape a little bit. You can add your own taps in. You can control the volume of each tap by sliding the screen slider up. So just throw a couple more in here.
Sometimes I'm everything.
So if you really want to, you can get it very creative with how many taps, up to 16, that you want to do here, the volume of each one, and create very rhythmic patterns in this rhythm echo mode. So in summary, if I had to summarize the difference, the main difference between these two plugins, Valhalla and EchoBoy, it would basically be that if you want to dive in deep with tweaking and get really into rhythmic echoes, EchoBoy is the best tool for the job. Has a ton of different styles here too, to go through different sort of modeled echo boxes, some chorus effects, some sort of distortion and limiting effects, radios, all kinds of stuff, old pedals, unique things like the Binsonet here, the Echoplex, which is a famous tape echo too. So a lot of different styles here in Soundtoys. You can also create your own styles, but the style edit kind of created all these different presets here for Soundtoys. You can create your own custom presets as well. On the other hand, if you want to get into this sort of very crazy, shimmery, pitch-shifting delays that are unique and sort of different kind of effects than a typical delay is, Valhalla Delay excels in that. They both cover a ton of ground for standard delay effects. So which one is better? Depends on the job. Really does. So you can't go wrong with either one of these things. Don't forget, if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.